I'm on site. I'm not afraid to die. How you?
No,
I'll be dressed in white,
white light.
white light. You tell me what I was about. You know that things are low enough. So cross your T's and dot your O's. Hope you're ready for a fight.
So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So I wasn't expecting to review this at all. So before we continue, I'd like to thank Sir Glenn and Sir Buru Pasig Motor Image Group for allowing me to review their demo unit. This one, it is a 2019 Subaru Levorg 2-liter GTS. Yes, this is the top of the line version of the Levorg at that time. You cannot get this anymore, but you can still get them as a WRX wagon. That's actually a Levorg, but it's just been rebranded to a WRX. No idea why they did that, but anyways. So I am a big fan of wagons. So I barely reviewed wagons. I only reviewed two so far, a Volkswagen Santana GTS and this is my second one. That's how rare wagons are in our market. So I have not much to compare besides a Mazda 6 wagon, but I will not compare that at all since I have never driven one. And as well, when this was brand new, this cost 1,998,000 pesos. And this demo unit is for sale at 1.6 million pesos. So, hit me up please, or to Sir Glenn, his contact details will be in the description down below. So, being a 2019 model, it aged really well. I mean, just look at it. You have a massive air intake here, and compared to the new ones, this looks, being honest, only way better than the WRX wagon. And you still have a massive grille here, massive Subaru badge here. And this is the thing. I have a friend who owns a Levorg, but a 1.6 model. One ownership complaint from him is the ground clearance. I mean, that's really low. Look at that. This is only 130 millimeters. Well, officially, it states 135, but my friend who owns a Honda City, which the ground clearance of that is 135 millimeters. Yeah, he says this one's lower, so I believe the 130 millimeters. Despite being a 2019 model, you still have LED lights all around here, and this is still basically a WRX wagon but named as a Levorg. This is one sexy wagon. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, this is a proper long wagon, and I driven it for a while here in the parking lot only since I wanted to go under the shade. You can feel the length of this car. It is really long, but it still feels like you're driving a sedan. So side profile here, you have nice side skirts here, and as well LED repeaters here on the side, and nice also character lines here and curves on this side. So here at the rear of the Subaru Levorg, and as you can see, being the 2-liter engine, look at the exhaust pipes. They are massive, and there's like a diffuser-ish here, but I forgive it since this is a sporty wagon in the first place. And then you have the Subaru badges here, and as well being the EyeSight. And take note, since this is still a 2019 model, this still has EyeSight, but it's the 3.0 version. And this is where things get more interesting. Open the boot up. It's not electronic tailgate, but it's fine. So with all the seats up, you have 522 liters. So this is the advantage of wagons. They are very, very practical, as you can see. You don't have the ground clearance or the off-road-ish capabilities of some of the crossovers today in our market. Like example, the Subaru Forester. I have a review of that. Link of that will be in the description down below. But you get the practicality. This is also why I like wagons in the first place. I mean, there's a lot of space here, as you can see. And then there's also underfloor storage. And then you have a space saver. Oh no, you have a full size spare wheel underneath. And you can store your tonneau cover underneath if needed. And then you have pop-up grocery hooks on each side, as well net storage. Right here is only at the left side. And then I was expecting for a wagon, if to fold the seats, then you have to do it from there in the back seats. But no, you can do it with the pull of a button. I think it's the only one in its class that has this. So with all of these seats, then you have a whopping 1,440 liters of space. So you can fit tall and long items here in this wagon. So that's about it here in the exterior and the boot of the Subaru Levorg 2-liter GTS. I'll show you the interior. Oh, one more thing. This is also the advantage of wagons. Having the practicality of an SUV, loading stuff from the floor to the boot is going to be very, very easy. This is the interior of the 2019 Subaru Levorg. Oh, that sounds alright. So, despite being a 2019 model, feels up to date. I mean, it feels so premium here, like all the Subarus now. And I noticed immediately the steering wheel's a bit different. This one's a little bit more shinier than usual than the rest of the Subarus I've driven so far. So this Levorg feels very, very sporty in here. I love it already. So let's start her up. So like all Subarus, when I was moving the car here, at a cold start, the rev is really high. It starts at like a 1500 RPM, and being a boxer engine, you can feel the car shedding ever so slightly. Not as much as the older Subarus, but this one, you can feel it ever so slightly only. You have dual zone climate, and then also nice knobs here for the climate control itself. So let's start here in the door. I mean, the quality here, fit and finish is amazing. You have soft touches here and leather with blue stitching here on the door, and then surrounding the windows switches are all gloss black. And then you have cubby spaces and bottle holders on each side of the door. I brought my big water jug today. It kind of fits. It's a tight squeeze though. And then here on the left side, despite being already the top of the line model, you only have one blank button here at least, and then the rest for your headlight adjustments, another blank space here. And then buttons for your safety, like your cross traffic alert, electronic stability control, and then I assume that's your auto start stop button. Correct me in the comments down below, thank you. And then dashboard here, not much plastic, it's all soft touches here and there. Even on the center display, there's leather with the blue stitching on it. Plastic here only on the air conditioning vent, but that is it. And then here in your infotainment system, it is small, but surprising enough, you still have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The reverse camera, it's not the best quality out there, but at least there is. And also being a long wagon, you'll definitely need a reverse camera. And I gotta say, with the infotainment system, it's responsive enough. I like also it's touch sensitive. There's no buttons here whatsoever, but it's gloss black. I'm getting used to that already. And as well, you have an analog speedometer, analog tachometer with the multi-information display there in the middle. And my favorite part of this Levorg, you have paddle shifters. Your buttons here, you have your infotainment functions here on the left side, and then cruise control functions on the right side. And as well, I noticed just now you have a flat bottom steering wheel. And then here in the center console, below the climate control functions, you have two USB ports, one aux cord and 12-volt socket, and a cubby space for your phone. Gear levers, still the same leather with the blue stitching. There's just a bit of gloss black, but that's fine. And then you have your auto vehicle hold function here, electronic parking brake, one blank button here only on the right side. And then you have a tray here that covers your cup holders. My water jug fits in both of them, impressive. And then there's also an extra cubby space here for a phone. My phone doesn't fit though. And then center console box. Okay, it's really deep. And then you have two USB ports inside and one 12-volt socket. Also, there's a silver trim here on the passenger side. And then glove box. It's small, but it's really wide though. And then the seats here, they're also leather with the blue stitching, and look how much bolstering there is. So I cannot wait to drive this immediately. And then what's nice with this Levorg as well, you have a sunroof here, and then the controls for it are here with your lights on it, and then more safety stuff here. And then visor, there is a vanity mirror with light. There's also ticket clip holder in front. They don't extend. So what else? I mean, it's a pretty straightforward interior for what this is, but I cannot consider this a sleeper car already. We'll get to that soon. So that's about it here in front of the Subaru Levorg. I'll show you the rear seats. So this is the rear seats of the Subaru Levorg. And like in front, you have the blue stitching with leather here as well. And then around the window switch here only, there is the gloss black again with the silver trim. And then you have two smaller cubby spaces now and bottle holders on each side. My water jug fits perfectly here, but weirdly not the one in front. Okay, that sounds really good. And also being a wagon, and since this is a very long car, there's a lot of space here, like feet room, leg room, and headroom is excellent throughout. And then if I sit here in the middle, transmission tunnel, yeah, it's really tall. I won't put my feet up. I mean, you can see my knee already here, but it's doable to sit here in the middle. I mean, my headroom is not eaten that much, and sitting here is just a little bit harder than the usual left and right side of the seats, but still soft enough. And then as well, you have two ISOFIX anchor points on each side, two map pockets on each side, and then only toys here in the middle. You have two USB ports with a very flimsy cover. Then here's your central armrest. You have two cup holders as well. It's a tight squeeze, but it fits. And you have two weird lights above here, and that's why you have your third seat belt over there. As well, the seats here still continues the blue stitching. The leather here is a little bit more of the durable side only, but it's still soft enough to sit here. I'll show you the engine. Oh, this has gas struts. That's cool. So this is the engine of the 2019 Subaru Levorg 2-liter GTS, hence the name. It's a 2-liter turbocharged boxer 4/flat 4 engine that produces 265 horsepower and 350 Newton meters of torque, and this one is mated to a CVT transmission. Now, I have a lot of stories with the CVT transmission with this Subaru Levorg. In general, Subaru WRXs as well. It's not as bad as you think. This is why I want to really drive it right now. Since this is a turbocharged engine, look at that, the intake, where it goes through. This is a real intake, by the way. Also, apologies, the engine is dirty, hence it's the demo unit anyway. So I wonder if this thing will convince me to buy one. I mean, for the price point now, I don't think you can get any cheaper wagons like this at the moment. The new WRX wagons cost what, ₱1,000,000 more than this one. So with that, enough of me talking. Let's go for a dive. Alright, this is it. Gonna drive the Levorg. How do you get out of here? Ito pala. I mean, maneuverability, like here, low speeds at a car park only, it's fine, but you just have to watch out the rear, as I said, since this is a very, very long car. And like all Subarus, I can tell already, the steering, there is nice weight to it. And also like the Forester I reviewed here last week, the sport and intelligent buttons are split. It's not like the one piece of the Subaru XV. So there's 4 modes. So intelligent, sport, and then sport hashtag. No idea what that is. I assume that's sport plus.
Sport sharp.
Sport sharp. Ah, okay. Hashtag. Okay, so for intelligent. Oh. Okay, and then sport. Okay, the steering gets heavier in sport and sport sharp. I'm gonna leave it on sport sharp the whole way. Okay, it gets considerably heavy in sport sharp. And then the NVH, okay, seems on par with the current Subarus. It seems alright. And then response at a standstill, like on traffic. Okay, the CVT seems to respond like an automatic transmission. Like all the Subarus, they are really, really good. And then just float just a bit. It's okay. Wants to keep on going. Let's find a clear road. And like my Subaru XV and Forester review, I see why these are considered the best CVTs on our market. I mean, from a stance, I'm just gonna floor it. It acts more like a automatic transmission rather than a CVT itself. And I'm surprised at low speeds, like, it's so responsive that I even forgot this is a turbocharged engine. Usually it takes like half a second or 1 second before it will move forward or lurch forward. This one, like, there's no turbo lag at all. I am very impressed with this engine already. And then what, low speeds only, so I think there's not much tire noise as well going here to Landers. NVH in here is pretty stellar. Leave it in sport sharp. This is the other problem of the Levorg, according to my friend as well, the ground clearance. So you have to be ever so slightly careful over humps and bumps. But going here, I mean, like, this hump is quite big, but look at that, it handles them alright. Careful. And I noticed the suspension is firm, like really firm. It's not like WRX level. I haven't driven one yet, but I can tell the WRX will be way stiffer. Oh my gosh. We're gonna Floyd, gonna go manual mode, and then here at Landers, just be careful again with this steep curve. Ooh, yeah, that feels really, really stiff. Oh my! Oh wow! 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 Yep, I can confirm this Subaru Levorg is a sleeper car. It's fast. And you just remember the stats, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour is done in 6.6 seconds. That is fast. So in comparison, that's as fast as what? Like a BMW 530i M Sport and a Alfa Romeo Giulia Sprint. And the paddle shifters, the manual mode is a treat. Oh wow. Here over bump. Look at that, it's so... Oh, there's no body lean at all. It is really, really good. Over the twisties. Yeah, over humps, yeah, you can feel the suspension is a little bit firm, but it's alright. Yeah, I can say the suspension, it's firm, but the ride is very plain. It's still acceptable for me. Yeah, going up a twisty mountain road, you'll have so much fun in this. However, it comes at a price though. The fuel economy. Well, I've been averaging 19.1 liters per 100 kilometers. Fun fact, that is exactly the same as the Subaru Forester. However, given the performance and the power figures of this thing, I forgive the fuel economy. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. So, what else can I say? Would I want one so badly? I will try to hit the lotto later. I want to buy this. This is so good. So, that concludes my review of this old 2019 Subaru Levorg. Try it one more time. So, I'd like to thank again Subaru Pasig, Sir Glenn here. Also, if you want to buy this exact unit, you can contact Sir Glenn. His contact details will be in the description down below. Thank you, sir, for allowing me to review this. What a beast of a car, even though it's an old girl. So, hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you with more future car reviews. And another Subaru review coming right up. Bye-bye.